This was supposed to unmute my source. I'm muted. I've been talking the whole time. And I'm totally muted. Well, welcome to the stream. You didn't hear anything I said about saying hi. You're wondering what kind of unprofessional, noob was unmuted. Well, me. I was unmuted, but my volume was my import capture was all the way down. Get meetup info. And we're gonna want this URL. And that would be a string. And this would return definitely an error. Probably at some point we'd want it to return JSON. Pulls a list of upcoming Forge Foundation meetup. So the Forge Foundation is a non-profit that I am a part of. We sponsor meetups and other educational events. And so I want to kind of building out this tool to help with our purposes, right? Help us keep track of meetups, / list them, / do all those cool things. Get meetup information. So we're going to want to do a response error get equals get, see? Client, which we've already defined, URL. So for URL in range of URLs, we know we want to get meetup info. I'm just going to ignore the error for the URL. Now we can handle the error, which is super good. Super duper 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 good. Super good. Cool. So, response body, I'm just gonna copy this, right? But we want to return instead of log fatal. Oops, hit the wrong button. I guess we can handle the error. NBD, right? If I'm just gonna copy and paste like I always do. Then we'll take the body. So the body's actually a whole lot easier to process if I save it to a file. And I did that at one point. Okay. Let's pull up the handy dandy Googles. No, I want you to be like 200. Save response to file. Go. Just copy and paste. There's no point in trying to think that hard. I mean, yeah. There we go. something like this will do fine, just for the initial moment. Cool. And I don't think I actually I don't need that. Well, shift me. Undo. We'll leave it like that for a minute. Let's see. Let's do this. Actually a digit, right? And we'll need a sprint F. Bump dot sprint F. I want to create a text file, right? So I should just be able to do that with the body. Yeah, I used this one last time. This is like literally exactly what I did last time. So I like that better. We're just gonna go to the, why isn't that big? You can't read that. Let's go to the stuff for this. There we go. This is what I did last time, because that's way simple, way simpler, and like I don't need a text file. I don't need this. Return error. Return it. Welcome everybody who's just joined to the stream. I'm just cleaning up a little bit of a copy right now. Because I never remember what I do from week to week. We're gonna call this meetup underscore $. That's a $. Body. Just trying to get some information about meetup information. Get some information about meetup. Yep, about meetup information. Get some information about meetups that will be upcoming. I do not like where this text lives. There we go. Now that's prettier to me. So that you can, so that we can track them, hopefully get insights. If not, just make a really smart linky tool for the Forge website that we're supposed to get up soon. Say hi in the chat. I want to know who you are, know who's watching. That way we can become best friends, best Twitch friends. I need more Twitch friends. Sprint F. Thumped Sprint F. Also, tell me if you've done Go before. How much Go do you do, and do you like Go? Do you hate Go? Do you hate JavaScript? Like, cause I could rant about JavaScript. All day, every day. There we go, that's what I want. And the other thing, I'm gonna just for my own sanity, I like to keep track by printing things out. That way I know my program's working, and once I'm like absolutely, positively certain it works, you know. Client client's undefined. Haha, we need to pass a client. Oops. Otherwise, it's not going to know what it's doing. I could honestly probably create a new client, but consistency's nice. Every once in a while, right? We like consistency. And where was the other one? 63? Yeah, error doesn't need that. Missing return at the end of the function. Oh, we are. Now let's see what happens. Oh, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and we do have some text files. Yes, 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 yes. But we don't need these binaries. Okay, that makes me happier. Let's open some of them. Oh, good golly. And this is why they made VS Code. When the driver of the programming session doesn't want to deal with auto formatting HTML or deal with HTML at all. Like, I don't want to pick a theme. I want you to just work like you always have, VS Code. Weird thing. Okay. We should be able to... No. Format it? Okay. Look at all these dumb things I have. No, I don't want you to do that. I want to tell you what kind of file it is. Oh, it says .txt though. Should I save it as a .html? Is there a lag between my voice and my audio? Oh no. Just in my head. Most likely just in my head. Probably because I'm thinking faster than I'm speaking. There we go. And now that it's HTML, I can format. Will you stop? Tokenization skipped for long lines. Okay, whatever. So, right, I don't need everything. So last time what we did was we were able to find just in the JavaScript at the top, like super awesome information that was tagged the way I wanted it to be. It was actually in one of these script files, and I just parsed it out. But I don't think that's going to help us this time. I think the information is going to actually be living in the body. So we might have to be a little bit smarter about how we scrape this and pull out all of the valuable information. Hey everybody, I just noticed that my count went up, which means absolutely diddly squat. But if you're here for the first time, say hi. Say hi in the chat. I'll give you a little shout out. we can get to know each other, become best friends, right? Become bestest friends. So, what am I looking for? I'm looking for things like title, title large, title small. Did you see there was some in the JavaScript? See, I really like, see? I have title, content, I have description content, URL content, Twitter content, app ID, site name, type article. What the heck is a type article? But like this is like all metadata and basically the stuff I need, right? Like description. Description is what I said I wanted. See, look. Oh, stop that. Look. They have it in JSON. Didn't I say I wanted it in JSON? Location, JSON, context, schema, event, Firestore description, blah, blah, blah. Event status, end date, start date, price, organization. Okay. Like, this is good. This is pretty good. This is almost exactly what I want. So if I could just pull out... We did! I believe in the other one, we did something pretty similar by pulling out a JSON blob that was nested inside the HTML, so that's super good. So essentially... Where'd you go, little JSON blob? There we go. This is what we want. So we're going to be doing something pretty similar to what we did last time. In pulling that out. Which is good. Good. So let's start with that. And then we will move on off of there. I'm getting so many texts right now, it's ridiculous. People are trying to get together for Easter this weekend. It's kind of funny. I'm gonna take this first. Stop that. Don't behave like that to me. No. I want to take this and make it a little Go type. Here's my favorite tool, written by my good friend Matt Holt. This is literally, absolutely the best tool in the history of Golang. Best tool ever. Because it takes that and does this. Like, and I can't tell you when I've not used JSON for everything. Let's send him a little tweet. Well, my Twitter's been kind of janky recently. Should we send him a little tweet shout out? Yeah, that should be big enough. It's M. Holt. The best Go tool ever written. Oh, not that. This one. Yeah, let's... Should we tweet everybody from here? Oh gosh, that's myself. Can you spell Twitch? Some people are gonna be like, what's your handle? I'll be like, look at my profile. I can't type or spell. Do you expect that? And remember, I remember being in like, you know, in 13 when you're trying, in 13. Remember in 13, when you're 13 and you're trying to pick a career and the career development courses, test things are like, you can do anything. I was like, oh, I bet I could be a really good lawyer because I like to argue with everybody. And then I was like, yeah, but me no speaks English, so I should do something that doesn't require a mastery of the English language. And look at me now. I'm misspelling all of the variables, which is why I copy and paste 90% of my code. Good to see you, Todd, and my good friend Casiris. Glad to see you back. So let's try and see, before we look at getting a value for attendance, which is probably not a static value. It's probably a dynamic value, so it might be a little bit hard. Let's see. Will you stop trying to be smart? You cursor with my Vim. What are they called? Plugins? Is it called a plugin? I think it's called a plugin. Ugh. It's an extension! Yeah, the Vim extension for the things. Okay. See if I can just pull out this context. We have something pretty similar already in our code, so I shouldn't have that hard of a time. See? Look at that. It's already exactly what I want. Cool. So we're going to get meetup URLs, right body, so now we don't need you. But we do want this. Clean React. Clean. Why is predictive text not working? Somebody broke my Vim. Oops. And that means I React script text. That means I have to type. Body. Hey, I got a follow. Thanks, Todd. It's about time, but I only say that because I see you once a week on the fake things. The meetups, those aren't fake. On the meetups that I'm doing this for, right? Body. Get meetup URLs. When do I clean that? I like to look at that. And then I JSUP the very real interwebs. Hey, Todd, don't tell anybody, but we're gonna try Clint, right? Clint, co-founder / CTO of Weave, as well as master of the meetups that he never attends, is supposed to be working on getting us in-person hybrid meetups starting next month. Don't tell anybody. That's a private, closeted secret I'm putting on a live stream. Yes, Clint is chief dropper of the ball. I hope you weren't referring to me that way and the fact that I don't keep secrets. Error, and then this should just be a string. Okay, good. As long as Clint is the one that's dropping balls. Because I want you to know, I've been hard at work with Go West, working on conferences this week. I took the entire week off from my real work to, I don't need you, to work on getting ready for a conference. So that's a lot of work, and that's not dropping the ball. That's really just like working, I guess. Cool. And then I don't necessarily... Oh, we're going to write a file again. This is going to be so much fun. Why do you say you're writing a file again? Because I am. Because basically what I'm going to do is, since I don't know what this is going to look like, and I don't trust standard out because it could be gigantically huge and I just don't want to deal with that, I'm going to unmarshal it, and if it fails, just continue and ignore the error. That's my version of error handling for today, ignoring errors. JSON unmarshal. Oh, I need to declare my variable. Oh, I used a map last time like a genius. That's why I didn't have a struct. Bars. That's called auto-generated. Oh, that's perfect. Let's not change that name for now. What line of code was I on? There we are. As you can tell, I'm a truly converted Vim user using the scroll on my mouse. We all have our crutches, right? Mine's a mouse. Var parsed meetup. And this is auto-generated. Why? Okay. Oh, it's definitely not line 63 now that I pasted all that crap in. Okay, I am kind of upset that none of my Go stuff's working right now. Go, so where is my Go? No, I don't want coverage. It's like install binaries, whatever. Oh, it's because the uComplete me's broken. Duh, I knew that. I don't want to update. I don't want to update that while I'm streaming. I just want it to work. Dang it. No, it's not! I promise. Wait, I don't need to do that. I can just write it as a JSON file. That's so... I don't need to parse it into Go. I mean, heck, I'll keep it. But infos is a string, so why... A well-configured Vim is fine. It's just... I never keep anything up to date. Because I don't use a package manager, I kind of do it myself. I mean, my work computer runs flawlessly. The personal one that I use for streaming only gets touched once a week, so, you know. That's when somebody should just tell me to get a Linux machine, or even better than that, Windows. And see what happens. Do we think this will work? I still have my print, right? Okay. Let's see if I broke anything. Haha, I knew I would. Cannot use body as slice type of bytes. Oh, I don't want that. Did I wrap it in the past? Oh, no, look, I have more things. I did. I need to add this stuff. WSL2? I don't know what that is. But you really develop on Windows, Todd? Is that what you do all day, every day? I'm surprised. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Windows subsystem for Linux. That makes a whole lot more sense. Sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't develop on any of them. I mean, I do on Mac, but we do most of the stuff. My one project, I'm putting this somewhere. Right here. My one project that matters, we do deploy to like every OS that ever existed, and we do have to maintain, I'm missing a closing bracket. We have to maintain builds for Windows 2010, which I think is XP. And Go doesn't like that. Specifically, Go 111 doesn't like that. And guess what starts in 111? Modules. So we're back to all of the disgustingness that is. Oh, gotcha. I have an if statement. I need one more of these. I used to have a rainbow brackets extensions talking about extensions. That one was real nice because then you could color code it. But one day that broke in Vim, and I was never able to find one to replace it. You're thankful now that it's fixed because so my code auto formats when I save. Yeah, well that's why, because it auto formats when I save. I doesn't need to contain URL like the last one. If string contains URL, I remember we did that. We only cared about the URL. Yeah, rainbow brackets is amazing. I don't know why I never got... Well, it used to work on my old machine. Obviously, it's not working now. And I also had it broken in VS Code. URL was the key for the JSON, right? I wanted the JSON blob to contain URL, I think. Because I remember what that last one looked like. I'm not gonna go watch a stupid video to remember that. This one does have a URL, so it should still work. I hope. Let's just see. We'll delete you and say, hope this works. Not, I'll go be smarter. But I don't always like to be smart. We don't need you. I can see if it builds right here. 95? Well then... Oh, that's because this is now supposed to be stir 2. No, so this doesn't connect to, kind of. So this is my take on it. The idea is, if you go to the Forge Pro page, it like gives you like the next 5 upcoming meetups or some curated list of next upcoming meetups. That's 5. Anyway, I don't know. I think it's the next, but the fact that it has 2 women who go meetups kind of throws me off because I don't expect that one to be the one that's the most scheduled. It is mine, but yeah. But essentially, it takes the next 5 upcoming meetups, pulls out their URLs, and then pulls out relevant information that I want just to have. because I think data's cool. And yeah, so my use case is I would be able to throw this up on a website saying, here's the title of our, our next meetup is this date, this is the topic, follow the link for more information, right? And hopefully I wouldn't put a link there, I would just make that a button or something smart, something way smarter and front-endy than what I usually do, which is a markdown link. You really got me off track, Todd. I was ranting about what I want this to do. Okay, so now I'm cleaning that of, no, and this is supposed to be a S, right? I'm not doing a JSON unmarshal yet. I'm just printing out my meetup pages. Nerd sniping? What is nerd sniping? Now we're just gonna, this isn't gonna work. Because I have the extra for loop. Oh gosh, whatever you're doing. I still don't know what it is. I'm following your link. We can all enjoy it together. Nerd sniping. This is a certain type of brain that's easily... There's a certain... Oh, if I could read. There's a certain type of brain that's easily disabled. If you showing it an interesting problem, it involuntarily drops everything else to work on it. This has led me to inventing a new sport, nerd sniping. See that physicist running? I am a physicist. You know that, right, Todd? Across the road. Hey, this is an infinite grid of ideal 1 ohm resistors. What's the equivalent resistance between the... Oh, gosh. Maybe interesting. I could... Oh, you do know? Okay. I will have no part in this. Come on, make a sign. It's fun. Physicists are 2 points... Oh, gosh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. They are definitely 3 points. Oh, they're the worst. Oh, look. Go Projects likes my thing. I was doing something. We'll just leave you up. Back to me being distracted. We'll just print Linu. And then if error does not equal nil, we'll just continue. Continue. X. It doesn't know what error is. Nope, that's still not right. I'm missing something. It would... Yeah, oh. Found it! Where's those rainbow brackets? I'm now gonna... nerd sniping is now a term that I'm going to use regularly, since I literally do it every day in stand-up. One of my team members is an ex-linguist, and so I have a lot of fun. I can get him really derailed. No, let's do this. I still want to know what my count is. That way... reload. I know. There's a reason I want to know my... yeah, I know what meetup I'm on, right? Missing a comma. Comma. Okay. I don't want to insert the terms. Go build. I guess I built. That's not helpful to anyone. That's not going to be readable. That's still not going to be readable. There we go. It's almost readable. No, I don't want to build you. Go run. Go run main.go. Okay. Go for events, Firestore Go. This has a description, has a date, payload missing. Oh, I should get rid of this. I'm printing too many things. This one. Right? Because the URL is not... Look at that. No wonder payload's empty. URL is a URL. Is a string. Count is a digit. Ooh, that's too hard. So this is URL. This is count. And that still needs a comma. And that doesn't need that. Space, good. I broke it. Okay, so that's 4 meetups. We have payload, schema, title, description, funding, startup, growing essentials. Is that on all of them? No. Why does it say that? What is what is this event? I don't know that one. It's really funny that worked. That's bad data, guys. That's a real bad data. Because it's the same URL. Right, I mean, it's part of the HTML. It's a JSON blob embedded in that HTML. Oh, stop it. But it's not necessarily what I want. I want you to know it's 0 USD. This must have been the last updated date. Cool. That works mostly like I want. I need to figure out what the F this is. Well, I think so. I mean, I think there's a definite need for cleanup here. This is not... I don't think the data is good yet. And a lot of this stuff's probably empty. We're gonna change auto-generated. Do I already use that somewhere? Who knows? Yes. Yes. Hopefully I don't use that. Then this should be parsed meetup, not parse meetup. That's a better name. And I don't need this. What information do I actually want from this? No. No. Start date, end date, event status, attendance mode. Location, yeah, I did say I wanted type, right? Because just in case it was in person, I wanted that. I could care less about all this garbage. Yeah, I think I agree. I agree, Todd. Now that you have just said that, it might be doing like most recently edited or something that usually I don't publish them until they have a title and description, and so the one that says hold for Chamaud, I assume that's how you say his name, hasn't been announced. But yeah, it has to be keying off of something like most recently edited or published, or because it's not next, because we would have more Utah Go events if it was next, because the Utah Go is scheduled, I think we have one scheduled in May. I can always go check the stupid website. Ooh, there's a daily rewards program. I think that's a bad website. See, look, there's 3 meetups in there. That was fun. It doesn't make a whole lot of logical sense, their ordering. Because, like, if you were to just explore it, look at this. Right? I can tell you, yeah, there's a May 4th one, TBD. This one, there should be a Kubernetes meetup in between, assuming that, Paul doesn't have the Kubernetes meetup as part of these. Paul, that's your fault. The Kubernetes meetup should be here. Yeah, we should have a May 4th meetup there. And we don't. So that's why. But like, that is an auto. The May 4th Go meetup is auto generated from like forever ago. Because I think it still has the, yeah. It can be 2. Because Women Who Go is part of the Go Developer Network and Forge. So the Kubernetes meetup can be CNCF and Forge. It should be. We're going to call out Paul there. I mean, I might be able to change it, but why would I want to do that? That's Paul's job. As an organizer admin of every meetup, I should be able to. Clint wanted to name himself chairman of the board, so everything's his fault, right? I agree. I'm still confused about what that extra one was. That extra payload. Because obviously it had tags that matched this. I'm sure I could parse it out more, like, cause it had a ton of things that were empty. So I mean, like, I could just be like, if description is null, don't print, you know, just something dumb. What was I doing? Oh, I was just cleaning that up. Yeah. Because there's a lot of things I didn't need, and I just wanted to make them a little bit more readable. Well, I mean, I can just do this, right? Count, and then I do talk. And like, that would be the title. I don't know why I'm making this readable to read it on the command line. I mean on standard out, not command line, but I mean it is. It isn't, but it is. I'm getting really irritated. Name about my thing not being up to date. These are all capitalized, correct? Okay, description. And I'm actually going to change this. To URL. I think that's what it's called, yeah. Get me using that crutch again. When I say crutch, I am referring to my mouse wheel. Description does, in fact, have an S in it. D-E. That was too much scrolling. Way too much scrolling there. Way too much scrolling there. So, way too much scrolling there. Let's see if this runs. Go run main.go. Print. Oh! Look at that, it cuts it off. It does not store the whole description there. Cuts it off. That's fine. Like, I don't care. Who the heck is the Asheville Real Estate Investor Association? Oh, gosh. Why are we pulling that as part of the machine learning event? Woo! I want to see. This is really fun. What the heck is this? Guys, this is in Asheville, North Carolina. Gosh. I'm trying to figure out how to... of the National REIA, that Real Estate Investors Association. Oh my goodness. How did this get mixed up here? That means that URL is hanging out on the page somewhere. Real estate in Utah is... I don't know, I just refinanced my house because the interest rate's lower now than it was when I bought my house. But still cheaper to live here in California, am I right? Yeah. Oh gosh. That's hilarious. I don't want that information. Not one tiny bit. Sorry. And the fact that that came up with this link. I'm pulling, so this came up as a JSON payload. Well, let me rephrase that. This is getting parsed out of a JSON payload that lives somewhere here. Right? Like, we should be able to say, and the URL I'm sending should equal parsed meetup .url. And if it doesn't, we can just skip it because we don't care about it. But it's kind of interesting to know what garbage they have living in their front end, right? Because it is garbage. Parsed meetups.
Well, if you're wondering what's happened, so am I.
Oh, it might come from the similar events nearby, even though I don't know how that anything in North Carolina is similar. Well, real estate, how that's similar to tech events, and nearby, not even a bit. Yeah, that could definitely be where it's coming from. I'd probably still have one of these. That was from the second one. I mean, I can look for it, right? Was real estate? What was yeah, real. No, stop it. Oh, yeah. It doesn't look good. Realtor, Washington Post, real time. Yeah, I guess. Oh, look. But there's if you look right here, there's a whole ton of just random meetups. Meetup City, Sedona, California, Georgia, LGBTQ Atlanta. So obviously, I agree with you, Paul. Not Paul, your name's not Paul, it's Todd. Yeah, Montreal in Canada. Somehow, we're pulling out something like similar events or related topics or a link from somewhere. Oh, Paul. For any of you who are not in the Forge Utah meetup scene, which you all should be, every single dang one of you, I believe the link is on my page somewhere. So if you are watching this on Twitch, there should be a link to the meetups there. Yeah, I agree with that comment, Todd. I think that there's just a ton of crap that lives. So I mean, we're pulling a static file though, so it's living there in the present of the static present, and it's getting parsed and cleaned by the front end. It's really weird, but that's why I don't do front end dev, because I don't understand. Yeah, thanks, Todd. Way to sponsor us. It's totally. I was just there. Go check. Now we have a meetup next week about Go in Firestore. See, look, we cleaned it. It's gone now. Woo! It didn't match. It didn't print it either. Did I say to print it? Yeah. The Go one's on Tuesday about using the Firestore database. Well, I guess it's not a database. Cloud Firestore, not the Firebase real-time database. Firebase's Firestore and their Go SDK, and since Go's the best. We have a really talented speaker. His name is Carson Anderson. He speaks at everything from KubeCon to my conference. GoWest.com is where you will find information about my conference. GoWestConf.com. Anyway, he's talking about that. That's our next meetup. Database. Everything the database. Cool. Well, what's interesting is that didn't print the way I wanted it to, but honestly, it might not be there anymore. Like, the way it was, it wasn't there every time. So, yeah, there's some weird recommendation thing that's causing these to exist, but they're... oh, yeah, and I should continue. Continue. I'm not disagreeing with you, Todd. I'm not disagreeing with you. Everything's a database. My JSON file is gonna be a stinking database. If you read which I did on the last one, I'm distracted again. I'm gonna make a slice of these. That I'm returning. Slice of meetup info. If you read the Firestore real-time database information, docs or whatever I was reading last time, it literally says that it is an append, like it's a depend-only JSON file. That is the real-time database. It's like, yeah, and so I have no idea what Firestore is. Well, yeah, no, yes, the Firestore, Cloud Firestore is different than the real-time database. Wait, you worked for Firebase, Scott? Was that at Google? When you were at Google? Awesome, and now you're not at Google. Good career moves. Actually, I don't know. I've never worked at Google. Yeah. I was reading the real-time database stuff, and they were talking about that. Not... well, and again, if you're going by Todd's definition of database, that counts. Oh my gosh, what was I doing? Infos. A slice of meetup infos. Info. Return infos. And now I need to change all my returns. Work at Google for the free food. If there's no free food, no works at Google. Well, it's easy. I mean, that's why I was looking at it last week. Because I use Firestore hosting. Sure. I don't do any conferences that aren't Go, though, Scott. So if it's not Go... if I ever need that, I will message you. We might need that. I've actually... JSON is language agnostic. Oh my gosh. What was I thinking? Oh, yeah! I've had people ask me about the Firebase ML tools. Once upon a time when I was speaking at like a Google Developer Day, Google Developer Group Dev Day Talk Conference thingy. It was a local weird thing at a weird company. And I got an, I won a Google Home Mini and an Apple Watch. So that was literally the highlight of it. Like, who cares about my talk? I won things. And people kept asking about the Firestore ML tools, and I'm like, I don't know. Firebase ML tools. I will always say Firestore. Infos equals append. I really get distracted. Moto Mario followed me? 2 follows in 1 day? I am like the specialist person. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, one day I would like to play with the Firebase ML stuff because then I can, shoot stuff out my butt and pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Hola! Hablamos español? No. Hoy no. No Spanish today, guys. Yeah. How do you do BIM without set number? I don't. Usually I do, set number. I swear I added it to my config at one point. I usually, but I'll go on this rant again. This isn't my work computer, so it's only like half configured. I work every day on my work computer, and then I do my streams on the half-figured computer, right? My configs are always unstable on this computer. The You Complete Me doesn't work. The rainbow brackets don't work. Obviously, I don't set numbers. Somebody should fix that. Somebody being me, I should just sit down and dang fix my BIM. And add a package that auto-formats JSON and HTML, or can format them, so I don't have to open VS Code. Oh, I was hoping that was your link to your article, Todd, not some random person's. Don't do that yet. I don't know what you're even talking about now. Were you talking about the dot files? Okay. It's hole up, right? It's not, there's no PH in the sound, right? Like, I'm trying to not get, I'm trying to be smart here. Oh my goodness. What am I doing? Gotcha. See, I can read. I can read the English. Can't write it. Can't speak it. But I can read it. Info's append. Yeah, what were we doing with that? And then let's just print out this done. And then we'll get rid of you because I don't need you. I'm still really curious to see how many times unwanted URLs show up. Because why not? Just like, that's just my curiosity. And I want to know the length of my slice because that's now how I do consistency, I guess. Oh! info. Did I not put a P at the end of? I did. See, look. Who said I could spell? Spell better in Spanish than I do in English. Ain't that the truth? Probably because I have to think about it harder. Don't. No, it doesn't. If Spanish followed rules, then textear wouldn't be the word for texting. Like, there is so much baloney in Spanish. Especially in this hemisphere. It's just like people that speak Spanish try to tell you that there are rules, and then you listen to them speak Spanish, and they're just as bad as English speakers. See, look at that though. Look at that. They just changed the spelling. Like, it basically, they'll just phonetically change the spelling from the English word. So it still sounds like the English word, but it's spelled different. It's really funny. Really funny. Technically, every time you call me Soy Pete, you are speaking Spanish. Except for you're calling yourself Pete instead of me. So right here, I'm returning a list of meetup infos, which I shouldn't need to. I only need to do one. This can come up here. This is gonna break, but it shouldn't need to live. Like, it should live right here. We should return an info. That means this sucker doesn't need to be there. This sucker can be here. Hey, Tay? Are you trying to say Peter, but like funkily? Funkily? Soy Pete. Hit the. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I got you. I got you, Todd. Had to think through that one. I have to think through every time people I don't expect to speak Spanish tried to do Spanish things with me. Oh my goodness! Get rid of the slice. I really don't know how to do this without an else. So we'll just do this. Right, we're assuming that this condition has to be met. No, it's not bad, it's just unnecessary. I don't need the else, that's what I'm saying. I also say that because I literally wrote an entire chapter for my open source Go tutorial on if else, so now I'm definitely overthinking control flow. Flow control or control flow? Exactly. Overthinking it. Right? Because right now, else always runs. All the things. Yes. Like, I can just, like, if that condition is met, I break the for loop, and then it returns. Like, I don't need the else, because 91 and 92 run no matter what. So, like, the else isn't necessarily necessary. Necessarily necessary. That was really fun to say. Especially with the way I say my S's sometimes when I talk fast. I need to enunciate much better. Right? Now this is not any longer. Is this to be called that? Who's hitting all the buttons? Just I. All the buttons, all the things. And now this is no longer called parsed meetup. This is called info. Why am I printing this again? Because I want to. And I don't know that this code works, and it really helps me track it if I print things out. Like, I'm not doing, I was running interviews. I don't run any interviews. I conducted a couple, maybe 2 interviews. DB. I don't know what that means. I'm not always thinking. Delete back a word. Delete back. In Vim. There's a DB command in Vim. I've never used it. Oh, I've done DD before. Okay, never mind. Ignore me. Oh, what was I talking about? I was talking about interviews. So I was conducting an interview. And we were doing some dumb algorithms, because algorithms are dumb. Oh my gosh. Info is defined. It's defined right here. That's totally in the scope. What line was that? 96. That's not in the scope. Return. That's fine. Okay, anyway, the guy was thinking, oh no, it's not called info, it's called parse meetup. That's still fine. He was thinking through the flow of this algorithm way too hard. Like, sweating too hard. And I was like, just relax, guy, write a couple of print lines. I mean, I don't know what a print line is in Java, because Java's disgusting. And he chose Java when he works every day in JavaScript. Why choose Java over JavaScript? If you're just parse it. Did I not do parse it again? Thanks, Todd. You've got me distracted by that code. And I was just like, just print it out. That way you know what runs, right? Like, it's not the end of the world. You have to debug your code, and he just wouldn't. And then when the interview's over, he's like, I need 2 more minutes. I have to finish this. I'm like, sorry, bud. You didn't take my suggestions. Anyway. For me, printing out just crap, garbage, helps me follow the flow of the code. So I'll always print out my crap garbage. See? 4 meetups, just as we expected. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Java impressive. Hey, I did Java at school for a whole year. The highlight of I had, and then I was like, I'm not gonna take this dumb class anymore with all these hobos that, they're not hobos. They weren't hobos, but they were weird guys. I don't want to be part of those circles. Anyway, the highlight was our teacher downloaded Super Mario Brothers written in Java and said, here, why don't you look at the source code for this? And people just changed the source images so that they were, instead of playing with Mario, they were playing with random images. That was literally the highlight of that entire year programming in Java. And that is 100% why I'm tainted against the language. 100% why I'm tainted against the language. Okay. So now, I deleted that saved JSON file, didn't I? Look at all this great code. So this does something. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna commit this. How did I start learning Vim? So, when I was a youngin', about 3 years ago, I got my first job as a developer straight out of physics grad school, and I'm like, grad school sucks, I can't make any money, I'm gonna drop out of you. Bye Felicia, and then I went to work, Vim tutor. Vim Adventures is a good website. I didn't need those. Where's the removed staged? Oh, that's no longer staged, is it? So anyway, they assigned me a mentor who only used Vim and did not know how to use VS Code. And so at that point, it was either learn Vim or die. There we go. I just don't need these to be committed, like they're not long-term necessities. So basically, he sat next to me for 3 months telling me all of the Vim commands he uses. And then after that 3 months, it was probably a month and a half. He was sick for 2 weeks and somebody else showed me VS Code, and I used VS Code for a year and a half. With the Vim plugins, right? Like I had gotten like the basic movements down and certain things I really liked. And so then after doing VS Code with Vim plugins for a year and a half, not a year and a half, probably another 9 months, I went back to Vim because the language server, the Go language server, Go Please, like, was a broken pile of crap. And so this worked better. Why would I ever use IntelliJ? Why would I ever use an IDE when I have Vim? That was sarcasm, Todd. I used an IDE when I was doing Java for 3 months at Weave. What? They did Java at Weave? Whatever said that? Okay. To-do. Description, date, location. Yeah, we got all that. I still wasn't able to find, like, attendance, but that's gonna... Okay. So let's... Yeah, we can just save this, right? I just need to just make sure I don't, like... We'll just have a file that I just don't commit. Datums. Cool. And so that's how I learned Vim. I don't necessarily recommend learning to code professionally at the same time that you are learning Vim. I recommend just finding extensions. Like, find an extension and just get to use it. Datomes. I don't need that, do I? I can just do this, I think. No, I need this. Like that. Datomes. Yeah. And, like, most people prefer VS Code with the Vim bindings to Vim that I talk to. Yeah, if you have somebody, like, literally telling you commands in your ear, it's fine. But I normally don't tell people to do what I do, so try to tell them to you know, have a happy life. There's a way to write JSON to a file that's a lot more pretty than... I'm not... I hate Pepsi, Todd. I do not like Pepsi. I want to write to a file. I don't want to do that baloney. My nephew likes Pepsi. And what is these? Don't know what that is. My nephew, who lives with me and goes to school sometimes. I don't know what school is. College isn't real anymore, right? Now that it's all online. Why are they making this so hard? There we go. Somebody found something actually useful. He only drinks Pepsi. Control Z stopped working? That's unfortunate. I don't know. I want you to know that I don't use Control Z as a Vim user. I just press U multiple times consistently. See, right? I could have an encoder, and then I would do it right. Well, I'm just saying, I don't use that combo, so it wouldn't affect me. I use U. I don't want standard out. What? I'm clicking on your link, Scott. I might not look at it now. That's amazing. But I will keep that in the back of my head. Were you talking about it in the Kubernetes channel that I have muted? Or one of the other channels that I have muted because you guys talk too much? Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, I muted random in the Forge Slack after your hamburger review was sending me way too many notifications. It goes right to my phone. Come on. Slack goes right to my phone. I do not have an off. I do not have an off. I should just be able to make an IO writer for a file. It's not dumb. It's not that hard. How come I'm thinking too hard again? Golang IO.writer. Yourbasic.com. I want code that I could copy and paste. So there's this guy on Twitch. His name is VeganBot. And I was... Yes, I use an iPhone, and I just am kind of attached. We get over it. No, I don't want to do that. File. There we go. Anyway, VeganBot on Twitch. You can look him up. I don't watch him anymore. Do not disturb. DND is do not disturb. Except for Ops Genie overwrites do not disturb on all phones. Which is fun. Oh my gosh. No, I want to write a file. There we go. I want to return an IO writer. This is too hard. I am just going to write a JSON file. I'm not going to. I'm going to do it the right way. I'm doing it the right way, Todd. See, look at that. That's not what we want. I'll just look for a better example. I'm wasting a lot of time looking at examples. Write JSON to file. This is gonna... This better be beneficial. I'm stealing your... See, this is all I wanted. This is all I wanted. This is it. It's in my feed? What feed? Ashish is commenting? Who's Ashish? I mean... I'm about to get really terrified because Ashish could totally be my boss's boss's boss. And if it's not, is he commenting on YouTube or something? Oh, I'm about to get really terrified. Oh. Oh gosh. Are you watching on YouTube? Oh my goodness. Where's my channel? I'm terrified. You want somebody to scare you straight? Tell you that your boss is watching you. Okay. YouTube should still... Ashish Pal 2003, that's terrifying. We should see if it's my YouTube stream. Todd, you distracted me again. This is all on you, Todd. Oh my gosh. Multi-stream. Multi-stream comments. I don't see any multi-stream chat. Okay, so I don't know. Todd, you are such a nerd sniper. Okay. Refocusing. See, look, this isn't even my YouTube. This is for YouTube. Refocusing. And I don't even know how to check it. Well, I mean, I've done it before, but I just... Oh, look! It was there! Okay, I'm apologizing. Ooh, look! We have Germany, Mexico, and the United States. Good job, children. I'm apologizing to Ashish, pal. I'm apologizing, Ashish, right now for the inability to read your comments. I do not see them on any of my 12 chat screens I have open right now. Oh, look, it says love from India. Oh, that Ashish is from India. Yes, you are live on YouTube. Woo! You're in the chat, Ashish. We are good. You're on the stream. Yes. So that means they are most likely on YouTube. YouTube. Thank you. Whew, that was not my boss's boss, unless he's in India right now. We do have an India office. Okay, back to code. Oh, I really did just get my adrenaline running. Whew! It's not create. It should be like write and or create. Yes, I can read it on the screen. I am on a Mac desktop, and yes, that is exactly what my internet is, even though it's fiber. Don't get me ranting on that. 'Cause I will. Why I pay for gigabyte fiber and I only get a small fraction of it is baloney. And annoying. You didn't, it's not you. Look at that! Here's what I want. Here's what I want. What does mode prem do? Yeah, when I was trying to run my conference and I needed every single drop of megabit sites. Scott, why don't you work at Google anymore? That way you could tell me where Ashish is. I know they have an internal employee lookup. It's your fault, Scott, for not working at Google anymore. Go to work for that car company. That's not a car company. I got an email this week from our chief product officer who sends us weekly emails. Oh my goodness. I didn't know you had a fiance, Scott. Congratulations. I do remember your rant about how marriage is stupid. That was a great day in the computer lab, but still, congratulations. That's awesome. What was I saying? Encode. Okay, when I was doing my conference, I would literally just like freeze. Oh, and I've had it happen here where I had set my upload and download speeds to like the wrong megabytes, and it crashes OBS all the time. Which is great. This didn't fix itself, which means I'm missing that. Oh no, I'm not. Defer file closed. Why is that on that line? Okay, I'm still missing something, or else that would move over. Found defer. Something's wrong with this. Well, first of all, it's not handling their error. Who wrote this Go? Don't they know that you need to have 12,000 of these? I don't know what you are. Yeah, I know. I know that the 646606606644. That works really well. Oops. How long have I been doing software development? Okay, let's see, that's a gigabyte. That's what I'm supposed to be getting, is a freaking gigabyte. In India, we're actually, where I work, we're opening an office in India, and they keep recruiting people to go there, like, to help train and set people up, and nobody wants to. Mostly, I think, because COVID's freaked everybody out. This has to be the problem. Okay. But yeah, good to know that they will have good, resources there. And I've been doing this professionally for 3 years. The first time I committed a line of code was never committed. It was never ever committed because Git was never something I used. Actually, I did in college a little bit when I was doing QA. I did Java in high school for an entire year in Helm. I usually attribute that to Java, but it wasn't really Java's fault. I've been doing this for 3 years, Todd. I have a lot of experience. I told you I blow information out my behind, and people think I know what I'm talking about. It's because I give so many talks. Yeah. 3 years, professionally. When I was in college, I used to, like, tell people I hated programming, and that I would never, ever, 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 ever do it again. And that's why I was studying physics. And then you go to graduate school, and they're like, so your career options are software developer and software developer because there are no other jobs. So I was like, well, screw you, graduate school. So that's why I've been doing it for 3 years. And I really need to figure out where I'm missing the thing. I just want this to work like this. Am I missing a comma? Am I not calling something right? It's a JSON. What are you doing up there? I have like 5 extra things. I don't... Yeah. Other reasons I left graduate school. mental breakdown. Reason number 2. Mental breakdown. Reason number 3. Mental breakdown. I just happened to have a valuable skill. I just also didn't want to die. Because that's what was going to happen if I'd stayed there. Yeah. I'm way happier now. Way happier making fun of those losers. I don't know if you've ever met Pedro Todd. One of the guys I first worked with at my first job from Portugal. He now works, his current employer is undisclosed on his LinkedIn, so I will leave it undisclosed. But he works at CERN as a data engineer because you want to know who creates the most data in the world? Try 2 colliding protons. That's how the Higgs boson was detected, was by mass amounts of data. Okay, this is formatted correctly. So this should work. Nope. I don't want it there. I want it in datums. And so he told me if I ever wanted to, like, do physics again, like, programmatically as a software engineer. Yeah. That's Pedro. He was at the meetup last month. Just, like, smart guy. One of the smartest guys you'll ever meet. Yeah, he worked at CERN for a while, which is, like... Anyway. And he has his name because they attribute, like, just on several physics papers, because he worked on their pipeline that ingested the collision data, which is insane. I am not married. No, sorry, I missed that one. Definitely not. Have 2 dogs, but nah. I work too much. I go to too many meetups. I just 3 years. I've been using Vim for as long as I've been doing this professionally. Switching in and out with... It's in Java. Actually, I have another friend who I met on Twitter. Go file, go run main, go build, let's just build it. Who is a physicist at CERN, who does Go. And I believe you. Basically, with physicists, you just take whatever language the physicist knows and you're stuck with it. So I bet there's lots of every dumb language in addition to the good ones. Anyway, so my friend, he does high energy physics, and he has libraries written for him that he writes himself in Go. To do high energy physics, high energy particle physics, high energy proton collisions. Which is insane that he does that in his free time. I would not want to write libraries in my free time. Vim for 3 years. I've been doing Vim as long as I've been working professionally. Because, again, my mentor decided that Vim was the best thing, and he refused to work with anything easier to work with. So, there's that. Look at that! 4 meetups, just like we expected. And location is virtual, just like I expected. Yeah, so when I was at graduate school, back to the Python thing, sorry. When I was at graduate school, about half of the professors employed at the University of Oklahoma are high energy physicists, HEP. And they send all of their graduate students to CERN because that happens to be the particle collider that they have partnered with. Awesome possum. Awesome possum. This is disgusting. So So yeah, I did not want to spend an entire year of my life in Switzerland just to say that I worked on a capacitor that happens to be beneficial in one of their measuring instruments. Like, that's literally the kind of research people are doing because there's nothing new in physics. Reason number 515 why I dropped out of grad school. Besides my mental health. Also, yeah, I was doing quantum optics anyway, which is way cooler. Playing with lasers is way cooler. Scott, you just did the smart thing and skipped grad school altogether to work. Wish I was as smart as you. It's okay. We just figured it out. Ah! What the heck am I doing? Okay, first thing first, I'm gonna go back to my dumb to-do, and I need to... Okay. This is done. This is done. That action doesn't quite make sense yet. So we're gonna add you there, and we're gonna clean up the code. Oh, yes. Yes. There's nothing new. Well, the gravity waves thing was pretty cool, but that, like... That's over and done. And yes, telling people you play with lasers is the best. And also watching people use lasers on TV, and you're like, yeah, that'll work. Great fun. So... Tell me about it. 3D printing, automating your house, running Twitch streams. What else am I doing with my money? Buying a house? Yeah, that wouldn't have. I would still be in freaking grad school for another 3 years. Make directory. I want to make a directory called... Ugh. I'm really bad at naming these. So let's think about... I had a really fun time at stand-up this week. You want me to type that? I'm typing it, Todd. Meetup DB. See? Not a thing. I still don't know what that's supposed to even do. Yeah, but I'm not making a database. Yet. Like, I want to pull out all this dumb client stuff first. But that's in datums. The JSON flat files is in datums. I am live. Yes, of course I'm trying. I'm getting distracted by Todd again. Do you do underscore and file in directory names, or do you do this? Like, tell me. There's no point in not having a JSON flat file at this point in my life. What else can you do with fun money you make being a software developer? Buy stickers? Okay. See, I usually do this for the repo name or the directory name, and then I underscore on the file. That's me. I'm just gonna do that. Because why not? Ugh! If you say so, Todd. I'm doing what I want. No, we're just gonna call it Meetup. Oh, I'm making it. Right? Yeah, so I want to do this. So we're gonna tab, and we can just do a Meetup, and then we'll go to client.go. Yeah, and we're gonna call you Meetup. Come on. And then we're gonna take, where's my tab? There is my cursor. And we're gonna put you there, and you're just info now. So Meetup info is now meetup.info. And you're also meetup.info. Period. I don't like to remove things. I say after I literally deleted 100 gigabytes of videos off my computer today. That's what you get when you stream on Twitch and record every meetup. 100 gigabytes. Useless video. Actually, we're gonna kill that. Because this is coming with me. Okay. Should this go in the client or should this go somewhere else? That's the question. Should this go in the client or should this go somewhere else? I'm thinking out loud and in my head. We're gonna call this parser.go. There shouldn't be, I feel that's not how you spell parser. For some reason, I remember that ER things is not good. If it is, then somebody please send me the tweet link where somebody rants about Go idioms in naming files, because it's a thing. There we go. Now it meetup.get meetup infos, meetup.get URLs. This should go in client. Doesn't make that much of a difference. Don't think it really makes that much of a difference. No, they definitely don't. I just know that the one thing that they're really big on is not stuttering. So like the packet, when you import, you would import the meetup package, so it doesn't make sense to say meetup.meetupinfo because that's stuttery. They would want it to be meetup.info. Contains relevant. I believe last time I touched my VIM, which should have turned on the set number as well as hard setting the screen size for the client. I turned off my linter because it used to get mad at me every time I didn't provide an appropriate doc string. I just said string. String. Information that is to would be like, your thing is not capitalized correctly. Your thing is not periodized correctly. Is periodized the word? I don't think it matters where that lives. Someone here. What's that doing right there? See, I'm getting real crazy on this cleanup stuff. This is better. Oh gosh. That's the only one. I think that's the only one that uses client. But we do now need a setup function that defines that. Man, you guys were talking so much, and then I start cleaning up the code and y'all leave. I apologize. I just want my code to look pretty and be better readable. Thanks, Todd. This should actually... Oh, thanks. Yeah, but it keeps people entertained. I don't know if I actually need client or I need context there. But you did leave. Not offended. Return. I'm just gonna create this. Do I use context at all? I don't rant that much, do I? I don't think I'll be talking about it that much to go meetup. Will I? Hopefully not. How many people I can get showing up? Oh no, that's not what I needed. I do rant. Nah, I don't rant that much. I don't need context. I don't think I use that anywhere. which is honestly where I do the most ranting. Oh, I got a subscribe from Sarah. Sarah, I think that's the subscription, right? Thank you, you client. Thank you for subscribing. I am working on my web scraper, cleaning up my code. See, and now I have a CC. That didn't look good. That didn't look good. That didn't look good. That didn't look good. Who did that? Who came up with that? There's ambiguous command. Yeah, I know. Get over yourself. Do not get mad about my shortening. These need to be in different places. I'm switching them. Because these rely on the client and the others don't. But can, besides the fact that this uses info, are they any different? Ooh, that's gross. Is mostly. I'll clean that up one day. Ba-doop. What do you mean? Oh, something's not right. Something's not right. I did too much. I'm doing too much. Expected return. It is returning. Okay, now client looks like I've misspelled it in my head. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. It's not misspelled. I know it's not. Okay, now we're back. Where's those dumb rainbow parentheses? Expect. No, that's not right. This should be fine. Do this, Todd. Look at this. Just gonna do client. I still have a C. See? Something's wrong. This is not, this is... Nobody caught me on this. That was the problem the whole time. Yes, I've saved 5 characters in a compiled language that doesn't care about white space. Like, literally, I have benefited nothing here. It's an argument for the sake of arguments. Right? My goodness. Yeah, I'm just blinking out about this now. My code always makes me happy. Every time my code runs without an error, I'm literally giddy. Expected semicolon, but it found a brace. It just means one of my declarations is off. And it could be anything. I just can't spell. Oh, it's on line 52. That would help. Now it's on line 54. Figured it out. My goodness. It helps if you know what the line is. Oh! Ugh. Well, if my code is not big enough... Oh, what is this? We'll make it bigger. Yeah, the errors at the bottom aren't. The location of the vim command is not that super helpful. Okay. Meetup client setup, open file, open file. This. Needs to go somewhere else. Well, that's your fault, Todd. Does anybody, I mean, I've worked with a lot of people that do like a lot of Rust. I don't know what this code does. So, oh, so this just needs a body. Okay. And so they do a lot of REST. Oh, and an error. Oops. So like, it's pretty standard for me now, just like out of practice, to define everything kind of in REST terms, like, or CRUD terms. CRUD terms are also super common. Like, get this, create that. Like, and they aren't necessarily the best function names, right? Because functions are often more complex than that. But, like, that's just the practice I'm in. If you don't do that, let me know. Let me know, like, what your favorite way to name a function is. Everybody except for Todd, because we've already established that we should not follow his naming styles, practices, and or I want to say vernacular, but I feel like that's the bad word, an incorrect word for this. I don't care, Todd. You can say whatever you want. Get upcoming meetups. Right, and so we would have a meetup client dot get upcoming meetups, and that would return body error. And then we just like pull you. Don't know why. Oh, get is just a wrapper around the HTTP get, like the lowercase one. So like up meetups literally calls the wrapper around the get, and the wrapper around the get doesn't do much. It adds a header, does the do, adds a name, adds a cookie. Basically this file, this function right here is the own, don't delete it. I'm pulling it Todd and just deleting things. No, you just said you RM'd everything, not delete. Anyway, so this little get, which is not exported, right? Little g means not exported, which is why it is called inside all of them. I stole from a workshop that the Women Who Go meetup did 2 years ago, 2.5. So that code is not mine. This code is not mine. So anyway, basically it wraps the do, right? This right here. So that's all Git does, is wraps a do with like consistent headers and whatnot. Whereas these are executing it with specific URLs. Could I make it smarter? Of course, I can make everything smarter. I'm just not. Actually, in upcoming meetups, this is probably, it would be get the Forge Pro page. Because that's what it's actually doing, is getting the page. Oh! Yeah, but it's not my code. I stole it. I'm also lazy. Will it mean anything to me in 6 months? Probably not. But as long as that code never breaks, it doesn't have to. Yeah. Retrieves. That's a good word. The HTML payload from Meetup Forge Foundation Pro page. Should I change any of these logic? Now it's a to-do, Todd. Look at you. If I change the logic, I'll change the name. Get the Meetup Pro page. Body, get URLs. All this stuff right here could be pulled out too. But I'm not going to do that right now. We'll make sure this works, and I'm okay with leaving that in the main, like, that's whatever. The reason I'm going to say that's whatever is because I don't want to write the unit tests for it. I'll write unit tests for all the other functions. I do not want to write unit tests on saving JSON files. No. Not today. Get meetup URLs. That was here. Okay. So this would be meetup. And then they should be throwing errors because this isn't a thing. I should be getting all of the errors. Oh, this thing is so broken if I'm not getting any errors. Oh, this is so broken. I made it. And I don't think I need this anymore, right? I just want the URL. We got rid of all of the instances where we cared about count. Or am I still printing that? Yeah, we still want that because I think that's funny that that randomly shows up. we go. Something's broken. Meetup wrapper for HTTP client. Why? Because wrappers allow you to mock. And unit test. And why do I want a unit test? I don't know, because people in the community care about it. Because this is a public repo, and I feel like I should use the test tool that has test coverage, because Go has a test coverage tool built into it. I feel like there were a lot of T's in that sentence. Okay. It's just called Get Pro Page, not Get Meetup Pro Page. Told you this thing should be broken. This meetup dot. And look, these are all still Get Meetup URLs. Nope, that's not a thing. Break. See, told you. This should be client.get. I almost thought about something. C.client.get. And this should be C.client.get. I am not doing that. No, no, Todd. No. Client.client.get, that's disgusting. C.client.get is much better. Oh, somebody forgot the equal sign? Okay. Oh. Okay. Client doesn't have a method get? What? See, what you just wrote right there is even more disgusting. Is this? Oh, nope, 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 nope. It's just C.get. Are these Java people? Because I don't care about them. That was rude. I do care about them. I care about all people. I just... and then you turn around in private. I hate people. That doesn't... that's just a lot of words. Why would I want to type that much? I can't even type small words correctly, let alone big words. No, I fixed that. I'm on main, right? Okay. Build! Oh, it builds. Oh, they're so good. Okay, so now the test is ls datums, right? It lives in datums, so if we remove datums, not all of datums, as Todd would do, but just the file. We also don't need you. I actually have no idea what you would do, Todd, so I'm sorry. Go, run, Manda, go! Okay. Where is my VS Code? This says it's not saved, so it's new. I feel like... Oh gosh. I don't need to save you. Okay, so it doesn't know it's a JSON file yet. Oh, now it does. Now I can format it. Okay. That works. That worked. Okay. We have a lot of stuff. So git add. Git commit. Clean up. That was Barney that just came out of my mouth. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Lulu, what's wrong? Lulu's my dog. She just barked. I think she just had a nightmare. Okay, GoMod seems to be alive and well. Let's get rid of you. We don't need VS Code, except for JSON, JavaScript, and HTML, and the other things we do. Okay. Okay, and so I need VS Code again. It's a thing, and I probably just need to update all of my stuff. No. I need to do that again. While I'm here, why don't you look at how I do my Vim? Oh, dang it. I should just be able to CD there and pull. I knew that. I knew that. See? Now you complete me is updated. Look, there's rainbow parentheses. Oh, that was disgusting. I do that, Todd. I do that all the time. What are you talking about? I source dot files all the time. I don't have any environment variables. I only have the URL, so it doesn't make any sense. I will, like when I hook this sucker up to the Goggles and the Firestore database and whatever else I'm gonna do to run this long term, oh heck yeah, I'll have environment variables and secret keys and all that crap I don't want you guys knowing about. But I don't have any secrets yet. I just opened VS Code again because it's not completely wishless. It does a really good job of generating tests. I don't want you open. I don't want to set up a... Yes, I could be smarter about how I set up my Vim. But why be smart? No, I went to the unit text. Actually, there's a way to do it for the entire file. Stop it. I don't know if I'll actually write them today, but haha! $10 for package. Oh. Oh, hi, Lulu. What you doing, girl? Are you ready for Mama be done on the streaming? Okay, Lulu. You give Mama just 1 minute and Mama be all done, okay, big girl? Dogs are like children, what can I say? You give Mama a minute, okay? Yeah, just let me make these test files and then we'll probably call it a day. So, since we're going to BigCon today, recent, there we go. There we go. Now we need to also add a git ignore for, VS Code crap. Could I delete it? Yes. Should I have to worry about it? No. VS Code. Okay. So, spiels. Thanks everybody for coming today and for everybody that subscribed. It was super awesome to see everybody subscribe today. Like, it really made my entire life. So this week, I will be hosting another stream on a Tuesday. We'll be talking to... Yeah. I never over-exaggerate, Todd. I never, ever over-exaggerate. I am also never sarcastic. I'm always 100% serious. And my camera froze. Okay, so now it's gonna run really fast. Okay, so quote house. This week, I'll be doing a live stream on Tuesday. Mostly talking about stuff that I've talked out with a bunch of boot camps, but talking with 5 people on Zoom sucks. So I'll be live streaming it. Everybody is welcome to join. I'll be talking about my experience with meetups, getting started in your career, kind of alternative code paths. It's super awesome for everyone. Like I said, it's live streamed completely free. So anybody can come network with junior devs and talk to junior devs. And hang out with us. We'll be here Tuesday night. I believe it starts at 5. It's like 5 to 6, a really inconvenient time, but it's in between classes for this particular boot camp. DevPoint Labs, I'm actually wearing their shirt. DevPoint Labs is the boot camp who I'm actually partnering with because we're super tight. And they give me swag. We do have a Forge meetup. Oh, no, it's Wednesday. Woo! Go meet up. Come learn about Firestore and Go. That is at meetup.com. We've only visited that site 12,000 times today. So right here, we've got upcoming meetups. Come see us on Tuesday. I will definitely be there. Learn about Firestore and Go, all that cool stuff. Wednesday is the live stream networking event for everybody to come help network these junior devs and tell them how awesome meetups are and how to get started in your career and why it's going to be hard, but it's the best choice they'll ever make. Yeah, and I should be back again on Friday. Hopefully. Yes, thanks, Todd. If you have, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. I will create a Twitch event for that on the channel as well, so that you can all be reminded. And I will, if you have my Twitters, I will tweet that. That would probably be the best way to stay in contact with me. I'll make sure that that's definitely the tweeted. And yeah, I'll be back next Friday. We'll work on this at some point. We should connect it to Firestore database. Like I said, I'm using it for hosting, so I might as well use it for something else. And yeah, thanks for joining us. I hope to see you again next time. And